Hi, Scorpio. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for tuning back in, or welcome if you are new, and thank you for your patience. So, we are going to go ahead and do your reading today. I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a while. And we're going to do your reading here for July 2022 for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it here. So, whatever is coming in for you, Scorpio, in July, whatever you can expect, what Spirit wants you to know, we are going to leave this open to Spirit, and whatever comes up here is what is meant to find you. All right, so let's see here. So, Spirit, please tune me into the energy for the collective Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Anyone drawn to this reading, anyone tapping in here to this reading for July, what does Scorpio need to know about what is coming in or what you need to hear in the month of July? So, Spirit, we ask for clear, concise insights and messages for clarity, for growth, for healing, for truth, and for guidance. And do keep in mind that if you are very closely connected to someone, romantically or otherwise, it could sometimes pick up on their energy. So it could talk about someone else if it doesn't sound like you. But we'll just see kind of what comes up and go from there. So let's get into it here. All right, so Spirit, please show us what is the message for Scorpio in the month of July 2022. Spirit, what is the message for Scorpio in the month of July 2022? The Devil. Okay, so starting off with the Devil here. So we have the Devil and we have the King of Pentacles showing at the bottom of the deck. So we have very strong Capricorn energy coming up here. Could be there's someone who's a Capricorn in your life, Taurus, Virgo, but most strongly Capricorn so far. So, it's interesting because the Devil and the King of Pentacles can indicate somebody who's very materialistic, very greedy. This can be overworking, just being very consumed by material gains. Could be one of the messages coming up here, but I do want to confirm a little bit more. Spirit, tell me about Scorpio for July. What else? What else for Scorpio for July? Queen of Swords. Okay, so I'm definitely getting that there's a little bit of a more difficult, challenging energy here so far. With the Queen of Swords, I feel some of you could be stepping into the energy here of needing to be very discerning, potentially even very communicative, honest, straightforward about a situation. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is not going to allow any form of devil energy into their life. This can be addictions. It can be somebody who is unhealthy in their life. It can be also the Queen. I'm getting a few different things here, so we'll have to continue on and see what comes up. But I do feel that this Queen of Swords is somebody who's confronting the devil within themselves. So this could be your own fears. It could be your own shadows. And then this could also be in the form of a person, a relationship, a situation that you have to confront here with the Queen of Swords. Because it just seems like this is being almost taken out of the devil into something more logical. So it's like the essence of the devil is being kind of toned down into something that needs to be confronted with the Queen of Swords. I am seeing we have the Five of Cups in reverse at the bottom as well. So this may be that there's been quite a bit of emotions here that previously clouded a situation. And the Queen of Swords, again, is kind of somebody who's really going to rise above this sadness or this grief or this loss or, whatever this emotion is here. So it seems like a month to be, for someone here to be very open and discerning and honest, like I had mentioned here. Potentially could be someone who wants to speak their truth to you, but I sense so far, I feel like it's more so looking forward. It just seems like something is very much final here, or trying to be final. Let's see. Tell me a little bit more for Scorpio. Spirit, what is the message for Scorpio in July? We have the Hanged Man. I am seeing we have the Two of Cups here. Let me get a few more. What else, please, Spirit, can you tell us about Scorpio in July? Page of Wands reversed. The Magician and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, it's like the Queen of Swords here and the Magician. There's definitely a strong communication here. The air element, Gemini, we also have coming up strongly here. Gemini, Capricorn, those are the strongest, but it doesn't really matter. But I do feel like with the Magician and the Queen of Swords, this is somebody who, again, is really going to be bringing down truth and almost like being in control of their reality, being in control of their words, being in control of their life. And the devil, I don't really see this as connected to the devil. You know, I see this as separate than the devil in terms of the Magician, the Queen of Swords going together here. The Four of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, something has been kind of stuck here, or there's a feeling of holding on way too tightly to a situation. So let me grab an oracle card to go together with this so we can kind of confirm. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit, for Scorpio for July, please. Tell me a little bit more for Scorpio for July. We have self-pity. So when self-pity is made a habit of, it makes overcoming adversity difficult and keeping you stuck. Use these hardships as a way to grow stronger and become better. So for some of you, it could be self-pity with the devil here and the Hanged Man and the Four of Pentacles, because sometimes if we're holding on again too tightly to, it could be almost like a feeling of maybe you've gone through something that has caused you to harden your heart or to close up your energy. And I see here with the Page of Wands in reverse, this is a need to think outside the box, in terms of wanting to have something new come into your life or have a sense of spark or adventure. This card also flipped out here, think bigger. So by downplaying your awesomeness and not letting your light shine bright, you are denying your true potential. Own your awesomeness and don't ever sell yourself short, which is definitely the Magician here. So I do feel some of you are kind of in a bit of maybe a battle here between some form of addiction or self-pity. Could be a person, could be a situation, but we do have self-pity coming up here. And I think that this can cause us, especially if we stay in it too long, if we stay in the devil's energy too long, if we allow it to take over us, then it will sort of like take over, it will suffocate us. So I feel like for you here, Scorpio, your Spirit's advice for you is to think bigger, is to allow yourself to really open up. I also feel like many of you could be opening up to manifestation, to, again, something with your words, your communication. You could even be becoming more open with your words. Spirit wants you to shift your perspective here with the Hanged Man. So I see here that this is mainly about having to break walls and barriers within yourself in order to kind of shake up this Four of Pentacles and allow it to reveal to you what more is out there. So it's like trying to expand something that has been sunken in. So I feel like with this Page of Wands, this would be, thinking bigger. This would be having adventure, new ideas. And so that's what I'm seeing. I definitely see for the majority of you, this Queen of Swords is an internal realization. So it's something where, like, part of your own self and your own mind is coming through as the Queen of Swords to cut through this, to be someone who is kind of a mix between having to soften your energy and not hold on to self-pity, but also rise above your challenges, rise above your own negative thoughts, your own self-pity, and to really take this magician's energy and progress it forward, to move it forward. We do have fun and games also at the bottom. So it says it's all fun and games until it isn't. What might appear to be a great deal of fun could result in serious consequences. Buckle up and get serious. So there is something with this devil. Let's see. Yeah, it's like there's almost this feeling of trying to, maybe some of you have been kind of frustrated here, or you've been trying to break out of this for a while. And that's why the Four of Pentacles is still here, to indicate that it's like you want it, but you don't want it type of thing. And that could be where self-pity comes in. Even though you want something to change, it takes an effort to do so. So let me see a little bit more. What else can you tell us for Scorpio, please? Spirit, what else can you tell us for Scorpio in July? And it could be, because we did have that Two of Cups here. Yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse, Nine of Cups, and the Justice. And here's Two of Cups again. So it may be about a connection, a relationship here. This could be the devil. Maybe some of you, because the Knight of Cups in reverse can be somebody who's very fluctuating with their emotions, somebody who can be a bit of a player, somebody who can be just not fully committed with their emotions. So I'm getting two different groups of you. For some, this is an individual around you with the Knight of Cups in reverse. And you are, again, a lot of Libra energy here too. Libra and Gemini and Capricorn. But with the Justice here and the Queen of Swords, this is definitely a clear indication of seeing a situation as almost like very logical, as seeing it in a very detached perspective. But Spirit saying this is kind of what's necessary. There's a balance between not closing yourself off and being too harsh or being too cold, but also not going the opposite way either. So I think that there's been something, maybe an excess here with the devil. It's like there's an extreme level, instead of like going on one polar opposite side of the spectrum. Spirit's wanting to say to kind of go in between, find balance, find justice, find equilibrium. And that could be with the Two of Cups here for some of you. If this is about a relationship here that we're speaking about, then you could be feeling that, yes, with the Queen of Swords and the Magician, I'm getting three different groups. So let me say the first group, the Queen of Swords here and the Magician, you could be feeling like you do need to speak your truth to a partner, to someone that you're involved with, because perhaps this person is not, like, to you, maybe it's not bringing enough balance to you. So there's something about having to kind of get out of the gray area and move towards something more kind of black and white in a way, which I think is necessary here for you. Um, because maybe this person has been all fun and games with the devil, the Knight of Cups in reverse. This may be a relationship, someone that you're involved with. This could be someone who kind of perpetuates almost this negative cycle for you. And this is why Spirit's saying that we can either indulge in the Nine of Cups, we can get carried away with indulgence, we can get carried away with what feels good in the moment, fun and games. This shows somebody with cigarettes and stuff, so it could be some form of vice or addiction, or a person that feels addictive to you. And I think, again, with the Justice here and the Two of Cups, finding balance with this person, if you want to work things out, or this is someone that you are still, in contact with, then maybe having to just have a serious conversation, and sort of shift things into more equal energy in terms of balancing a partnership, balancing a relationship. And for those of you, you just want to find a balanced relationship and you're realizing that maybe you do have to cut something away, cut this bad habit away. Um, and that's where the magician comes in, and think bigger, because some of you might be downplaying what you're truly deserving of, what you're truly capable of. If you're settling for less than what you want or less than what you deserve, then that could be a form of allowing something to ramble on that's not really fitting what you desire anymore. And maybe some of you have been holding on very tightly to this with the Four of Pentacles, because something about this has been difficult to break. I don't know why, if it's the fact that this is a person that's difficult to break here, or this is something that you need to be able to be open to compromise while also being able to speak your truth. And if this is not about a relationship, like I said, this could just be you going through your own shadows here, connected to self-pity, connected to not feeling good enough or not thinking big enough. Because the Four of Pentacles could also be like a closed crown chakra, someone who's not allowing themselves to think bigger. And so if there's no person involved with this, then this is just you and Spirit saying that you need to follow your, it's almost like you need to follow your heart, and you need to follow your creative ideas, but there could almost be a bit of like, somehow not thinking clearly, or sort of indulging. Maybe it's not a person, but it could be something else then, and needing to kind of buckle down somehow. And Spirit saying that you could actually be meeting somebody who's going to help you along this path. But you do need to get clear and direct, and with yourself and with others. But in this case, yourself, if this is no person. And Spirit saying you have a lot of magician's element here, or energy with you right now, to where you can manifest. If you think bigger, if you reach higher, if you are carefully considering, if you are taking action, if you're thinking clearly, you need to act on these ideas, because they can lead you better places than a box that you're trying to fit yourself in, or a box that you have indirectly put yourself in. Meaning that you may have put yourself in a situation or self-pity kind of circle that is really not you, but you've kind of gotten used to it somehow, and then you're afraid to move out of it, if that makes sense. So I think Spirit's just saying that there could be someone helping you as well with the Two of Cups, if this is not someone currently. And then thirdly, this could be about another person that you're connected to. This person could be someone who might want to bring you justice, might want to bring you clarity, and you may have cut this person off, or you may have said what you needed to say because of their actions. And this person could be someone very in and out of your life, very fleeting with the Knight of Cups in reverse, someone who is maybe very indulgent, or someone who only wants you for pleasure. And this person could be wanting to bring justice to you. And then at that point, I think it's up to you. Let me get one last tarot before we get a few more oracle. Can I get one more here for the Two of Cups? Actually, let me confirm that. Spirit, can we confirm for Scorpio the Two of Cups, please? I just heard milk and honey. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So Ace of Swords reversed. One more for the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, please, Spirit. Because it definitely seems like there's a final kind of result. Yeah, Two of Swords in reverse. There's a feeling of coming out of this, whatever this confusion is, whatever this addiction is, this habit is that we've kind of been talking about. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice, I see movement. I see reaching a conclusion, reaching clarity, reaching a decision. And it's in regards to a potential partnership, which, like I said, could be someone who brings this justice into you after you cut this off, or after you have open communication, or you are coming to the conclusion that it's time for me to move forward. It's time for me to allow myself to be open to new love, be open to new experiences, be open to someone, coming into my life. So that's what I feel. It feels like the wheel will be turning because we finally reached some form of closure or truth. And it's time to get serious now, in terms of it's time for me to really get serious about what is working for me, what is working in my relationship, and what is not. And this Knight of Cups kind of fickle, energy is not something that I feel in this case Spirit is saying is maybe not something that's good for you anymore. So let's see. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more for Scorpio, please? To kind of confirm, can you share with us a little bit more for Scorpio, please, Spirit, in July? We have here siblings, younger friends, and responsibility. So for some of you, this could be a family situation. With the Devil, could be someone also connected to you who has a lot of responsibility, who has a lot to deal with right now, which could be why they are not there for you entirely. We have, I will show you whom to trust. Wow, so here's a fox too. So yeah, I feel like there could be definitely, obviously with the Devil here, the Queen of Swords, I feel like Spirit, you have certain maybe ancestors or guides that are coming up in this reading, that are coming through, to almost want to encourage you to be this Queen of Swords, to take on the Magician energy, to allow yourself to see through what maybe you haven't been seeing through. And so they're really encouraging you to think on your feet, to be that Queen of Swords, kind of intellectual, intelligent, yet honest and truthful person with the Magician, knowing your power, knowing what you have. We have the natural world needs you. So some of you could have a very deep connection with the earth. And that's just a side note coming up here, is maybe you are doing something with the earth, with herbs, or maybe some of you are someone who is helping right now the environment or animals. And instead of focusing on what is not serving you, focus on your mission, your purpose. That's probably just for a few of you, but that's what I'm getting here. Is there anything else for Scorpio? We have what comes around. So yeah, justice. There is, and the Wheel of Fortune, there is definitely some level of fate here or karma. And I think from what I'm gathering here, you are going to receive justice and the Wheel of Fortune in your favor. And I do kind of feel with this Two of Cups that keeps kind of looking at me, I feel there is going to be a positive ending in your romantic life, in your friendships, whether that's the same person or something new coming in. I just feel like you're getting back what you need, and Spirit's wanting to give you what you deserve when it comes to relationships, when it comes to friendships, when it comes to that. And I think Spirit's going to show you who can you trust. And this is what you're going to be realizing in July if you haven't already. And if you feel like you've been sort of swimming in self-pity, why did this happen to me? Why did this person treat me this way? I think Spirit's just saying to get serious now and to kind of try your best to rise above that and not focus on that so much, not focus on holding so tightly onto grudges or pain or a situation, because what you don't expect or what you don't know is that the wheel will be turning in your favor here. We have ancient wisdom. We have you need some space in a relationship. And we have new skills, advanced training, and rapid movements. So yeah, I feel like you could be having a lot of maybe ancient wisdom coming to you in general. Maybe you're going to, especially since you're very connected here with the Queen of Swords, the Magician, you could be getting a lot of intuitive downloads. There's something about the air element here and sort of being able to advance your, I guess, your mission, or advance your way of being, your wisdom, just kind of leveling up in many different ways. And if this is a career message here, I feel that you will have a lot of victory in your career coming up here because of this. And it's something that you just know. There's something that's just powerful within you that you know, and you're going to kind of feel and know this month. So let's see, is there anything else for Scorpio for the month of July? Please, Spirit, is there anything else for Scorpio that you need to know in the month of July? Notice the whispers from spirit guides, angels, and passed on loved ones that surround you now. If you have called upon their guidance, they have heard you. Feel the comfort that their presence brings you. And that's what I was picking up somewhere here, that a guide came through. So you have someone who is helping you here in the spirit world, and they really want to see you happy. They really want to see you in a happy relationship. They also want you to keep moving. They want you to do the right thing. They want you to just, again, going back to the same thing. They really want you to see clearly and to be serious somehow here. It's just what's coming up, to know your value, to know your worth. And they will take care of the rest with justice here. Let me grab the card that flew on the ground. We have being alone is different than being lonely. Ask yourself if you are truly okay with being alone, or are you isolating yourself too much? The answer is only yours. So Queen of Swords, like I said in the beginning too, can be quite harsh, can be somebody who is very isolated, very much kind of in that air, cold element where they're not really allowing much warmth into their life. But in this case, it can go one of two ways. If you know that you obviously have to be serious and be able to cut certain people out of your life, and then do so. And even if you have to be alone for a little bit, Spirit's just saying that you don't have to close yourself off completely. You can be open to new people, be open to new ideas, be open to new things. And that's why the Four of Pentacles is here too. So say what you need to say, do what you need to do. But ask yourself, are you ready now for maybe new friendships, new love? Or are you still holding on too tightly to a grudge or to the way things should be? You know, because Spirit's trying to show you who you can trust and who maybe you cannot right now. But you do need to ask yourself if you're okay with being alone. It could also be, too, not settling for a relationship just because you're lonely, you know, but rather allowing yourself to have the love that you truly desire with the Wheel of Fortune. There's just a need for change here. Spirit wants you to have change. So let me get one more here. Is there anything else for Scorpio? We have find a more minimalistic approach to your life, your living space, your friend circle, or your thoughts. It's time to simplify and allow some breathing space through the clutter. So this could also be taking on, like we had seen, Knight of Cups reversed, Nine of Cups, the devil, fun and games, something about having to cut through what is no longer necessary. So, you know, it's kind of like donating the items in your home that don't serve you or you don't ever use them. Same thing with people, same thing with your behaviors and your patterns. There's no use in keeping something around if it's only going to harm you or if it's only going to clutter your life. And that's where justice also comes in the Queen of Swords. I just picture the Queen of Swords today as like being up in the clouds and being very free of any baggage and just being clear mentally. So some of you could also benefit from cleansing your third eye, your crown chakra, and just being open to receive divine guidance right now, and definitely a very Libran approach here. And Spirit saying too, to allow yourself once again to let that go so that you can have what's meant for you. Two of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. So something good will come in for you, but you can't really cram it into a cluttered space. And that's why the Page of Wands is in reverse, because we're not seeing this new opportunity. Could even be a person already in your life, a new person. It's like your ideas or your adventurous side or fire side is being dulled, in which you don't really see that you have new opportunities. But I think you're coming out of that though. So let's get the final word of advice for you. Is there a final word of advice for Scorpio, please, Spirit? And again, I'm seeing ancient wisdom and this card about your spirit guides. Many of you, especially if you are connected to spirit here, you could definitely be enhancing your psychic abilities. You are getting a lot of intuitive information right now. You could be mediums for some of you, or you're really connecting to spirit and you have certain gifts to share, maybe with your words, with your writing, you know, could also be too with the Queen of Swords. So you're seeing things differently and you're beginning to adapt to that. So let's see, is there any final word of advice for Scorpio? We have home. And here we have the dragon's lair and wishing well beneath that. So this is similar here to the devil and all of the things that we've seen. It's similar to, and it's very icy, kind of like that air, kind of Queen of Swords, frozen. Yeah, it's like, are you going to continue to live here? It looks very, and it's interesting because we have like a home here and then we have a warm home here. So I don't think you would choose to live here versus somewhere that your ancestors, I'm getting ancestors again coming up, really want for you. So think about your foundation, think about your home, think about what your future looks like, think about what home is to you, who is home to you. Yeah, it's like Two of Swords here. I will show you who to trust. You either have this or you have that. And obviously Spirit wants you to go for that. They want you to focus on opening this door, this portal to a lot of warmth. Here we have the natural world too. So yeah, you could have a connection with the natural world. Um, and Spirit wants you to focus on that. So connect with the earth, connect with nature. Okay. So I hope this reading could help, Scorpio. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of the day, evening. Take care, and lots of love.